Investors! Where are we? The Coliseum! What do we do? Execute! Are you not entertained? The Coliseum! Is this not why you're here? Execute!
Can you guys hear me? Dude, I wasn't even talking. Brother, ooh, I wasn't even talking yet. Can you guys hear me? Let's jump right into the charts, guys. Can you guys hear me? Give me a sound check real quick. Yes? All right, cool, Jagger. Yeah. Guys, welcome back to another Scalp and Chill in the Coliseum. If you guys don't know, I'm CryptoCrank, the founder of the Cranksters Trading Coliseum, where every day we go through our Scalp and Chill, right? We look at 1, what is our strategy of scalping? 2, it's our structures. 3, it's our education, which is time in the charts. And 4 is our execution, right? We absolutely have to do it this way. And today was a great example of the trades that we did. We streamed for a couple hours, man. Man, it was hours inside of the Coliseum. We were waiting for a move. We were waiting. And I kept telling the cranksters, you know what? Based off of USDT dominance, we finally ended up getting this pop. I mean, man, goodness gracious, we finally got this pop on USDT dominance. And praise the Lord, Bitcoin finally had a little bit of a price action, right? We finally had some price action, which was this dip right in here. All right, we ended up getting this dip right in here. And again, for those that don't know, our strategy and our edge is trading USD. Who's running this shit, by the way? You know, one of the things that I was saying is, you know, I wasn't talking, but I was talking is, you know, there's a lot of news tabloids. There's a lot of big influencers out there. There's a lot of noise, man. But all we can do is 2 options. Either 1, are you a trader or are you an investor? If we're trading these things, then levels matter, right? If you're trading Bitcoin and we're trading these altcoins and you're looking for just a small profit, which again, in the Coliseum, what do I teach you guys? 1, 2, 3%, 1, 2, 3%. If you're trading with $1,000, your profit margin, what you're looking for is literally 20, 30, 40 bucks, 20, 30, 40 bucks, 20, 30, 40 bucks. If you're trading with $1,000, you know, if you're trading with $10,000, 2, 3, 400, 2, 3, 400, great risk management. Same thing if you're trading with $100,000, 2, 3, 4, $5,000, right? And as we scalp through the markets, we use our technical analysis. We understand that we have an edge, which is scalping. We get in, we get out. We understand that as we navigate through our structures, our expectations of our trades, right? Because we know that trading is one of the hardest things in the world to do. We understand that we need an edge, and we got to follow through with it. So, you know, as we go through and execute these trades, today was an excellent example of that. We waited almost all day in the Telegram to finally get a move, you know? Put it in reverse, Terry! You know? We waited all day long for USDT dominance to finally get a pop. We came up to the resistance. You know, we look at Bitcoin and we go out. We finally got this dip, right? We finally got this lower dip. And if we were to, we pulled this fib from this low to this high, we got a big dip, man. We were actually trading this, yeah, we got a big dip today. And we're actually got this little sideways parallel channel here. And once we ended up, let's get this trading view right. Goodness gracious, the tools just aren't working tonight. And we're gonna keep this short tonight's stream, guys, because I streamed for hours, right? I streamed for absolute hours this morning in the Coliseum, and we waited for this. We finally waited for liquidity to be grabbed from here to here, right? We waited for liquidity to finally be grabbed. We ended up taking the long trade, and now here we are. We're sitting at resistance again. It is still 50-50 with Bitcoin, guys. Yeah, Adam, congratulations, man. You did a total of 15% on your trading portfolio today. That's, guys, that's astronomical. That's just astronomical. You know, your boy Crank, man, I go floating around inside of some of these spaces, guys, and I love talking to some of these big channels. As a matter of fact, I ended up putting in a bet with Joe Carasalis. I don't know how to say his name, man. Good dude. There's a lot of people, man. A lot of good spaces. All of these guys, man. I dig floating through these spaces because I think I'm the only trader that's coming in. I use my trading profits to buy Bitcoin, pay for my life, pay for my house, pay for my Audi, my trucks, my diesels, whatever I have, right? And the thing about the Coliseum is I just don't have any bias in any direction. Do I think that Bitcoin's bottom is in? I don't think Bitcoin's bottom's in. You know, when I look at the 3-day here and I look at Bitcoin's bottom, does this look like a bottom to you when I can look at, and history doesn't need to repeat itself, right? If we go here to Bitstamp, one of the oldest charts out there, oops, here we go. Let's go to BTC, USD. If we were to go out there, out of the entire history, let's go out to like a 3-week. Let's go out far. Does this look like a Bitcoin bottom to you? No, this looks like a Bitcoin bottom. This is a bottom. This is a bottom. This is a bottom. This is a bottom. I do not believe that this is a bottom. And I'm going to stick to the TA. I'm not going to have any type of, I'm not going to have any type of bias. If the bottom is in and we understand that based off of market structure and time goes through, Q1 of 2027, then I can start changing my thesis, right? Changing my analysis here that, you know what, based off of time, 4-year cycle theory, Bitcoin bottom is not in, or it is in. If we go out a little bit farther here and we start doing these rounded bottoms like we've done every single time, rounded bottoms, and again, we're all just a bunch of chart squigglers, but again, yes, I will change my theory, but for as of right now, I do not believe that Bitcoin's bottom is in. I believe that, you know what, if Bitcoin's going to be an institutional asset, right, then I believe that institutional tools, volume, spot inflows, fibs, these things are going to be respected. And we can see here that we have just a major level right below us. And whether we hit it or not, it truly is a 50-50, brother. Ooh, it is truly a 50-50 today, right? 50-50 this upcoming week. The decision, Bitcoin is not just a normal asset. And what do I mean by a normal asset? It's just not just going to chill like this since June. I mean, it has just been sideways and to the right. We have not had any volatility in Bitcoin. The decision, Bitcoin is a volatile asset. Let me just remind everybody that when we go to this area here, right? Yes, we were going sideways between $60,000 and $76,000. Let me just remind everybody how volatile Bitcoin is. We were going between $63,000, 74, 100% retrace. We were going from $65,000 all the way back up to 76, complete retrace. This is Bitcoin's nature. This is Bitcoin's nature. We absolutely have volatility, right? And then eventually we're going to end up having either that breakout or that breakdown. It is complete. This is why my thumbnail specifically says Bitcoin is, the calm before the storm. The calm before the storm. And when we look at this, we are absolutely seeing the calm before the storm. And we've already looked at the scenarios, right? Yesterday's stream, we specifically talked about USDT dominance. And this has been the ultimate roadmap, cranksters. The ultimate roadmap. We can see that if USDT dominance, right, is going to be breaking out, right, and this goes green. If this goes green here and we break out of this tight macro compression, We know what happens, Cranksters, whenever USDT dominance breaks out. We know that Bitcoin is absolutely going to get crushed, right? It's absolutely going to get crushed. You do not, if you are a Bitcoin bull right now, you do not want USDT dominance to break out of this tight compression, because when it does, I'm here to tell you, the longer we compress, right? The longer we compress, the bigger the move's going to be. Point blank. We already know that. All right? We already know that. We also know that if USDT dominance is going to be breaking down, right? If it's going to be breaking down, then you absolutely, all right? It's absolutely Bitcoin. If USDT dominance, right, breaks down, we have a very big macro level, right? That macro level on USDT dominance, look at this, guys. This is a huge support zone. If you guys are wanting a Bitcoin bull run and you guys are wanting this, the bottom's in right now, you want this macro compression to absolutely break 8.15. Why is it 8.15? Well, we could see here, there's been so much support right in here, all right? So much support. This has been literally resistance, support. This 8.15, if you guys want a bit, and we're talking about on the weekly time frames, dailies, weekly, 3 days, monthly, I don't give a fuck it. This is huge. You absolutely want 8.15, right? And then our next level is going to be down towards 7.55. We have two major levels, all right? If you want to see a massive Bitcoin bull run, you want USDT dominance to break down at least to 8.15. And if you want a giga bull run, you want this thing to break down towards 7.55 and then eventually start taking out all of these. You want it to put in a lower low, not a higher low, right? Right now we have this massive run right here. You guys can see this massive run, right? You do not want to see that. And so when we're looking at this and we're saying, you know, is the Bitcoin bottom in? None of us know. None of us absolutely know. None of us know if I don't know. I'm putting a bet with Mr. Joe that I believe the Bitcoin bottom is not in, because I understand that Bitcoin, its nature is volatility. When it goes in and it puts in the bottom, it's very, it happens quick, it happens fast, and then we go into hindsight view where we go right, up and to the right. We go up and to the right with Bitcoin, and then we can say, you know what, that was a Bitcoin bottom. I don't believe it is, and you know what? We're about to find out. Are we going to get this breakdown on USDT dominance? Are we going to get this breakdown on USDT dominance, or are we going to get this breakout? And it really is decision time, Cranksters. It is super compression right now. Super compressed on a macro time frame. All right? Now, again, we break out. Bitcoin goes down, we break down, Bitcoin goes up. Very simple strategy, USDT dominance to BTC perps or BTC USD if you want to just trade spot. Either one, the chart works the same. Now, as far as today's trades go, we were able to catch, and let's clean up all of this, the last 2 days. Let's go into a much more local time frame. Let's go to like a 20-minute, right? Actually, let's go out to a 4-hour, and let's just start here. This initial bounce right in here, right? We had this initial bounce right in here. Multiple times, you guys can see the candle body closes. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Even where we're at now, where do we get that level from? Well, if we were to pull this fib level from this low, and we went up to this high, to the very high, we could see that almost all of this bounce zones right in here are playing right around a 7.86, right? A 7.86. If we were to pull it much more, so there's two fibs, guys, and it's all subjective. I like, put it in reverse, Terry. Show our boy freaking bits what's going on. But yeah, guys, we had two trades, right? You guys can pull the fib, and I pull them both ways. I draw my trend lines a little funky. I don't overanalyze anything to where I just hold myself back from taking trades. All right? So you can pull it from this low, right, up to this high. You guys can see that we're getting these big bounces initially off of the 786. If we go much locally, right, and we just said from outside of this one wick, we had multiple touches. within this golden pocket. And this is where we were taking all of these trades the last couple days. Yesterday, we got the bounce initially. We absolutely whopped it. We did it again and again. Today, we ended up finally sweeping all of this liquidity down below us. All right. And we ended up finally just getting the liquidity. And you know what? Landy's got a good point. Stable dominance, guys, as they issue more stable coins, this is going to be skewed, but it hasn't broken yet. It's not so completely saturated that it's not decoupled. And you know what? He does have a good point because, and I absolutely know that, Landy. I absolutely know that. But as of right now, when we're looking at this, we are not at that stage of the game. We have, again, you've called it macro compression that we're currently sitting. We have macro compression sitting here on stables. That has absolutely not happened yet. And and eventually it will, I'm sure, when stable coins outdo Bitcoin, you know, when there's $5 trillion worth of stable coins and Bitcoin sitting at $21 trillion. Okay, absolutely. Right now, we have a huge, that's just not even the case. I don't even want, that's fucking future. That is so far out in the fucking future. It's not even fucking funny. So for right now, guys, we understand that, you know what, if USDT dominance, if we get the breakout, Bitcoin is absolutely coming down. If we get the breakdown, the Bitcoin's going to shoot. But for our local trades, it has been tough, guys. It has absolutely been tough. All I can do is go over the couple of trades that we've taken, which has been SanDisk, Bitcoin, Tesla, Ethereum, XRP. Shout out to Bits of Wealth as well. You know, we're going to look at those XRP trades, guys, but I'm here to tell you these are scalp trades. For me, I am not holding these trades because I understand the nature of the trader that I am, right? I trade trends. I trade my trends. And what do I mean by that? You know what? If this is my range to trade for the day, which is this right in here, originally it was this, and we finally get the breakdown and we did the liquidity. Yeah, I took the trade down below, but normally I'm playing this 618 that I've been trading. I do not want to get caught on the wrong side of these candles when we know that it's a 50-50 right now. This is considered mid chop. We are literally at the decision point to where we're either one, we're taking out the highs right above us at 67, all the way up to 70 to 73, or two, we're absolutely coming back down into the low 60s, if not into the mid 50s. All right, mid 50s. And yeah, I'm not doing that. I already took today's trades. I'm gonna scalp this shit. I'm gonna rock this out, brother. Ooh. Yeah, man, tonight's been one hell of an eventful event, man, dealing with some of these macro Bitcoin spaces, dude. Let's look at a couple of different assets. The other big trade that we ended up having here, let's go to Bybit stocks here. Let's go to Tesla. Tesla absolutely had a run today. I did end up having the Tesla short, and the reason being is if we look at this little range here, we should have got stalled. You guys could see, I told the Coliseum, this is normally a rejection zone. And again, because we're scalping, we're not looking for big moves. We are just looking for the initial reaction for our scalp. We came directly up to this range, and boom, we did absolutely take the short. Absolutely. Now, who gives a fuck that it ended up going ballistic, right? We don't give a fuck. It ended up cool. All we asked for was we knew that this was going to be a serious rejection zone. One time, two time, we came directly up it again, and we did end up getting the rejection. Solid trade. Let's go to the next trade that we were looking at here. SanDisk this morning, right? Same thing. This sucker just barely took out the highs. I did end up getting in on a short, and I can't believe this shit, man. This thing went ballistic. As a matter of fact, I want to just to top blast this thing. It's in a serious, like, top range right now. Let's back it up a little bit too. Put it in reverse, Terry. We were trading this thing down here towards, these levels. God dang, man. This thing is absolutely trading like a fucking meme coin. Like, I'm actually floored right now. And I don't trade by the news or the narratives. I think one of the traders inside of the Wolf Crew was talking about what the reason was. I don't give a fuck. I'll just trade it because it's on my exchange. It's pumping. If Bitcoin's not doing anything, there's lots of other assets to trade, right? There's and you know what's going on, Jamie? Shout out to Jamie, guys. He's doing his posts in the spaces as well. Make sure to follow Jamie. Yeah, this sucker right here, man, just kept ripping. Let's go to the last trade that we took for the day, and it's going to be XRP. We have been watching XRP like a hawk, right? We took this initial trade. We were watching the initial trade down below here. We broke down towards $1, all right? Came all the way up. Man, this $1 is a serious, serious, serious level. And really, we don't have fucking anything holding us here. I'm here to tell you, $1 is just a psychological level. It's so psychological, it's not even fucking funny. If we break $1 psychological, I'm here to tell you, I absolutely have targets down towards 74 to 80 cents. This thing is known for doing, if we go to XRP, USD, let's go out to like an old school chart, and we were to look at this, every single time we have these catastrophic pump, like 100% retrace. Catastrophic pump, right? 100% retrace. Catastrophic, I mean, just, dude, look at the charts. Even this one right here, complete retrace. Here again, big ass fucking pump, complete retrace. Even this one right here, if we were to zoom into this little guy right here, between 40 cents all the way up to 60 cents, complete retrace. This fucking coin is you know what? And that's because traders, dude, they're making money. I would not be surprised if we end up seeing the catastrophic pump, right? With a complete retrace. There's nothing wrong with that. We can see that it's done it its whole fucking life. So for people to like kind of say, oh, we're never going to, I don't think that this is going to happen. It could happen. It does. I don't know, man. I don't think, Bits, I'm telling you, I don't think that the low's in, dog. I think this thing's coming low, dude. I think Bitcoin's coming lower. I don't think it absolutely is. Maybe I'm senior, maybe I'm senior, I'm senior bear, I guess, man. But I don't believe that the Bitcoin low is in, or the XRP low is in. I think this bitch is absolutely coming down into this level here. We got a huge level, man, right around 72 to 75 cents. It's a waterfall. On top of that, we're going to end up doing a support resistance flip, or a resistance support flip. We come down into here, macro trend line. I don't think so. I don't. You know what? But Bits has been on it, boy. Dude, Bits has been on it, dude. I've been proud of him, dude, because I'm not sitting in any of these fucking trades, you guys. I'm not going to be caught on the wrong side of these candles. I got fucked last month by 30 grand. We made $50,000 all live streamed, and then I lost 30 grand of it like this because I was at the tail end of the trend, and it caught me. I don't want to do that. But for our local trades, we did end up catching this bottom. Bitcoin had the dump, and I caught the bottom, and we closed that out for another couple grand. I'll take these trades, absolutely. We're currently sitting at a big resistance, right? I mean, we got to get above this. If we do, clear shot directly above us, And I think 102, and then from here, we can actually get all the way up to 110. 110 is a big level. 104s, 107s, 110 is going to be the big one. We'll see. I mean, obviously, anytime that we see these kind of patterns where any of these assets, everybody's just pounding this thing, shorting, it normally gets a nice big fucking squeeze. Every single time we see it, it gets a nice big squeeze. Every single time. Again, look, every single time we see it, it gets a nice squeeze. Absolutely, every single time. So I wouldn't be surprised. Absolutely wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? For me, I'm already in and out of these trades, brother. I'm not. I took my money and I ran. God bless you for being just a diamond hand swing trader, man. It's not even diamond handed. I don't think you believe in this shit. I don't think anybody believes in this shit. We're just trading it, and they're good swing trades based off of the structures and the level. right? Me and the way we treat the Coliseum, initial reaction off of major zones, lock it in. I'm happy with today. I mean, today was almost like a 55, just trades. Yeah, today was, I think I made, today wasn't a crazy big day, like $5,600, $5,700. It was a good day, but it's a tough market, man. I think the only things that ripped today were, again, SanDisk, Tesla, Circle, what's the other one that we just, SpaceX. SpaceX, we were calling for that short. Yeah, but, you know, good trades today. Absolutely good trades. Hyperliquid, we've been keeping an eye out on Hyperliquid as well. Should have realized that Hyperliquid on the daily here bounced off of a beautiful level. There's a lot of volume right in here, guys. While we bounced so many times, I pulled the fib level from this low to our new all-time high, and look, what do you know? Well, we did end up getting a bounce from a macro golden pocket. You know, we pulled it from here, hit to the T, got a great bounce. I expect, let's see if Hyperliquid ends up keep running. Let's see if it keeps going. For me, sheesh, man, you guys, Landy and, are you short? You're short hype? You're not short hype, dude. You're lying out of your ass. Are you short hype from here? Well, we've had this, there's no fucking way you're short hype right now on this breakout right in here. You're short Hyperliquid right now? What's your targets for this thing? Coming down towards 41 like we originally talked? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I don't know, dude. You know what? Here's what's crazy, dude. And everybody that's listening inside of the Coliseum, thank God we're playing on the daily, because to me, even just throughout today's price action, I would have scalped any of this all day long. This is an 8% run, dude. This is plenty for me to make a lot of money. I just can't sit in anything right now. There's just no way at this stage of the game. Four-year cycle theories, Bitcoin bottoms, volatility is about to spike. I mean, we just got done talking about stables, right? Whether you're looking at USDC, USDT combo, or just Tether alone, volatility is about to spike. We've had zero volatility. And so for me, I am a very cautious trader. I've been telling the Coliseum, I'm a very cautious trader, dude. I'm not, there's no way. And you know what? If you do end up making killer trades, you know, I would say it's 50-50. I don't have conviction in any of these trades right now. I absolutely do not. So I'm going to get my daily bread, dude, and can carry on, good sir. Carry on, good sir. You know what I mean? What else are we looking at here? SpaceX. SpaceX came down to a pretty large support right now. Let's see if it does end up holding this level here. We were talking about specifically, if we zoom out just a little bit here, in the wolf spaces, I was talking about this level being a pretty big resistance zone. And the reason I say that is, look, we had a major bounce, support, waterfall, resistance. Well, what do you know? It did end up coming into this area, and we got our finally, man, this thing's been just bulls on parade for a couple of days, right? We finally ended up getting that pullback. We were talking about the 139, 141 level to hold. And again, where do we get that from? Resistance. It's a breakout, support, flip. So let's see if this thing ends up going for another fucking terror, dude. Wouldn't be surprised if it does. But this is the levels that I'm looking at right now. And a lot of the cranksters, while I was streaming this morning, let's go back to the 20-minute. They did end up taking that trade, and I don't need to pull it out that far. At the bottom of this, again, all I need to do is just pull it out like this for the resistance support flip. A lot of the cranksters were inside of this trade from here, and it absolutely got a beautiful bounce. Another beautiful trade for today. Boom. I mean, these things are running way harder than any fucking cryptocurrency right now, unless you're trading some shit coins, right? Unless you're absolutely trading some poopy coins. I'm not really looking at any trades right now, cranksters. I'm inside of one trade that I left as a runner. I have a runner on Bitcoin. I closed out all of my trades, but I am absolutely in the runner from this low. We're still sitting inside of it. I'm still sitting inside of this trade right here from this low. So targets for this trade, because I've already locked in almost $5,000 or whatever it was, hopefully we end up taking out 63, 64. Some maybe we even get all the way back up towards 65 and we finally can start, taking out all of these shorts. Something here, right? So I just left a runner. I'm going to leave a little runner. It's a very small position. It's currently up still $684. Still up $680. I'll take it. I'll leave a little runner. I think I'm just going to cut the stream, guys. I mean, I streamed all morning long in the Coliseum. I'm a little burnt. We waited 4 hours for that drop from 8 o'clock to whenever it finally hit. Yeah, today... Yeah, I locked in high blood pressure today. Today was rowdy, dude. We finally got the drop. We finally locked it in. I'm happy with today's trade. Ain't nobody going to complain about a few thousand. I know, Adam, you locked in a few of your trades. And again, shout out to Adam, digital asset, GSend, bits of wealth, everybody. I'm burnt, man. I really am. Today was today was hard, man. We gotta trade the market that we have, not the market that we want. And if that's the case, if you don't like what you see, sit out. Absolutely sit out. But guys, I'm burnt. We went over our trades. We went over, just to tell you bits, I do got a $500. I was on this macro spaces with Fred Krueger, as well as Joe. We have ourselves a $500 bet that the Bitcoin bottom is not in. The bet is all we need to do is sweep. He wanted to go based off of Coinbase, and I said just any exchange, right? If any exchange, major exchange, Binance, BitGet, Bybit, Coinbase, right? Big exchanges. We have a bet here. So our low on this candle is, hold on, this candle right here, 57,735. If we put in anything below 57,735, I won $500 against Joe. If we do not in the next year, right, we don't end up putting in a new low, then I owe Joe $500. And we did see our Bitcoin bottom. I do not believe, I've done my analysis. I do not believe that Bitcoin bottom is in. I think we're going to get one more final flush wherever that bottom is, whether it's 49, 41, 52s, it's to be determined, cranksters. With that being said, guys, I'm burnt. I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to eat some good food, and I will be live tomorrow in the Telegram. Everybody have a good night. Peace.
Who are we? Pranksters. Where are we? The Coliseum. What do we do? Execute. Are you not entertained? The Coliseum.